I'm not gonna lie, hearing you talk, you're a little sassy, so I do have questions before we proceed and continue.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. So first off, you said you're in accounting, finance.
Yeah, I still have a question.
What's your approximate salary?
You want to know how much I make?
Approximate.
Oh, wow.
Just an approximate. I know it's the internet, so you don't have to say the specifics, but like a range. Just a range.
I mean, you can probably go and Google on Glassdoor. I'm not going to reveal my finances in a public setting in this manner. It's a private matter. I'm not going to do that. So you're asking me, so if it was above the number you wanted, you would have kept it. If it was below the number you wanted, you would have popped it.
If you had answered, there would have been a possibility for both, but because you refused to answer,
you want to know how much
what
I
got
made.
Your balloon popped.
So because so it's a money thing. That's okay. You should have popped it earlier.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I prefer people who don't look at money as a criteria to get to know somebody. Who do. That's why she popped it.
Well, I prefer a provider type, and who I know, if I like you, if we continue to date and marry, I want to be able to make sure that you can provide for me and our future children, their college education, and anything else that they need so that they never have to worry about finances or money ever.
Yeah, that's okay. When I look at somebody, money's not the first thing that crosses my mind. So
all right, so let me ask Nicole, what's your thoughts on this interaction, this pop the balloon situation? She popped the balloon because he didn't want to answer the question about how much he makes. What's your thoughts on it?
I hate that. Good for him. His last sentence there, he said, when I look at somebody, like, how much money they make doesn't cross my mind. I don't know. That's just how I am. Like, that is absolutely, like, not what should make you, I don't know, shouldn't make or break if you want to talk to someone. I don't know.
Right.
And it's not like he said a number that she didn't like. Like, he said, I'm not going to stay. Like, obviously, like, I'm sure he's not a freaking bum. Like, that doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I hear you. I'm not.
Cross that bridge when you get to it if it's that serious. Right. But like, I don't know.
Right. What's your thoughts, Angelica? Do you have an issue with his response? Do you have an issue with what she said?
I absolutely have no issue with his response. I don't think that it's polite to. First of all, I don't think it's polite on the first date to ask somebody what their salary is. I think, that's just something that you should just find out over time. But
yeah.
I will say this. I think that people need to stop with this. Money is important. So I think that people just need to just accept that it's something that really needs to be discussed. It's something that should matter in relationships. I think a good portion of what marriages fail because of money, like money is important. So I don't agree that it has to be something that's discussed on the first date, but I don't have a problem with people wanting to date people within a certain bracket if it's realistic.
What's realistic to you then? Like, so if somebody's like,
personally,
yeah, what's the range that you would entertain versus what you wouldn't entertain?
I mean, I would like to have somebody who makes close to what I have. I date somebody that makes less than me, not significantly, but
okay. But okay, you don't have to say what you make, but
revealing my salary.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, what's too low? What's the dollar amount you like? I'm not even entertaining this dude. I don't care what he look like. I don't care how big his dick is.
I would say I ideally would like to date somebody who makes at least 50.
Oh, that's extremely reasonable. Like
I was gonna say, I feel like that's normal.
That's extremely reasonable. Like that's extremely reasonable. Like, okay, that's fair. That's perfectly like
I would go personally.
Right.
Ideally. I'm not gonna lie and say that I have, because I don't, but going forward, I think that's probably a reasonable salary.
Okay. All right. Same thing, Chelsea. What's your thoughts on his response and what her requirements were?
Yeah, I mean, I thought his response was fine. I mean, you're on a dating show. Like, you're not even
dating
on a first date with the person. Like, you're on a dating show. So like I don't know why she expected him, even in a range, like, and then, she said because she wanted a provider, like,
I don't know even if he gave an answer. Like, she said it could have gone either way if she gave an answer, but I don't know that it actually would have. I think if it was below her standards, she still would have popped.
100%. Yeah. I mean, all right. So this is triggering to me because I hate when women say provider. I
But
do
this
not
is why
like.
I want to know. I want to be like, well, what do
Why
you
is
make?
it triggering?
It's triggering to me because when women say provider, they mean I want to do to pay all my bills. Like that's just a cute way of saying I want to do to pay all my bills. But they say provider to make it be like, oh, it's biblical. Don't even worry. That word's in the Bible. Don't even worry about it, girl. No, like,
Do you think
what do
it's
you mean?
realistic to, let's just say, if I lost my job, do you think it's realistic to want a man who can take care of everything until I get back on my feet?
I think it depends on the lifestyle. If you want to be Carmen Sandiego and fucking travel every 4 months, then no, it's not realistic because we've built up debt. You have made sure we built up debt. So no, it's not realistic. So it depends on the lifestyle. If you just wholesome, marry in the crib, fucking cooking, we cooking at home most of the time. We go to Longhorn and we go to, some steakhouse over here every once in a while. Then yes, it's reasonable to be like, yo, cool. I want a dude that's gonna be able to take care of this. If you trying to fucking go to Cancun and do this and that, and it's like it ain't reasonable to request that because that person that like the person that the provider that women say, if you really, really hear what women say that they want, the dude got to be making like 160 grand a year minimum to be able to do that shit. If we could look up online and see how many people make that, it's not that many motherfucking people.
Okay. But to be fair to Angelica's point, if it's a matter of like you lost your job and like a man taking over while you're trying to find a new job, I feel like that's different than like expecting him to provide all the time.
Yes, I agree. But like if we already racked up crazy debt before you lost your job because you want to fucking go to the somewhere every 3 months or every 4 months, I can't afford this shit. We're going to be underwater because our credit card debt because you wanted to go to all these places are crazy.
Wait,
So,
I have a question, and maybe it's just me, but I have a question for the girls because I'm putting myself in like his shoes. Like me personally, like I'm like reversing the roles. Like, would you like it if a guy that was like you were in his position and then it was all guys and they're asking you, well, how much money do you make? And that's what's going to decide if I pop this balloon or not. Like to me, I'm like, screw you. Like you don't care about me. All you care about is my wallet. Like I don't want to be with you anyway. No, you don't feel like that?
Yeah, no, I think it's fair. I think eventually like you're in a relationship with someone, it's gonna come up and it has to come up because
Yeah,
if
I
you're gonna
think
like
finances are a
if you're
fair
gonna continue
question.
on, like you're gonna have to know. But like I said, she wasn't even on like a first date with the guy. It was a dating show.
yeah.
Right.
And she expected him to be like, I make 6 figures or something. Like
I mean,
I think
because
in real time, it's an important topic. Finances.
yeah, but I feel like it
personally.
goes both ways. Like to your point, even like you're like, if you lost your job, you want him to be able to provide. Well, I mean, if I feel like it's fair for him to feel like if he loses his job, can I provide? Like, can we survive like together?
Yes.
but I would reciprocate. Like I wouldn't expect
Yeah.
like I don't mind if he lost his job. Like I don't mind being the one to kind of like hustle as long as he's looking for another
Yeah,
job
yeah.
and not just like
Like
chilling on the couch every day and being like, well, I'm just unemployed right now.
when I say the word provider triggers me is because women say provider, but it's like, okay, well, if I'm entertaining a woman and she says, yo, I want a provider, immediately in my head, I'm like, yo, okay, cool. You want a provider, you want me to be your provider. Okay, cool. I got no problem doing that. But what do I get in return? I don't want to fucking hear her cook and clean because you got to cook and clean for your fucking self. Like I don't want to hear it. I don't want like I want to hear some
That's
shit.
always the answer though.
Listen, whenever women talk about provider, I'm like, yo, okay, cool. Whenever they say, okay, what I'm gonna get in return, if they first of all they won't answer the question, but if they do answer the question, they be like vibes, cook and clean, emotional support. I don't need none of that shit. I can't go to Pico and be like, or Wells Fargo to pay my mortgage. Like, guess what, guys? I got a lot of emotional support from Nicole, yo. Like, this should pay our fucking bills. Like, they're gonna be like, suck a dick. They're gonna be like, the fuck. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, so it bothers me when women say that shit because I'm like, You want to bring vibes, and you want me to bring shit that you could hold in your fucking hand. Like, listen.
What if she makes that same amount?
The problem is when they say provider, even if she makes that same amount, she wants me to pay for it. That means her money is hers and my money has to pay for the things. So there is no benefit. I could go deal with a homeless person and get the same thing I'm getting from her because I'm not getting her access to her money. The homeless person makes $0 a year and she gives hand jobs for meth. You make $87,000 a year and I got the same amount of access I have to both of y'all money. Why does it matter whether or not you make 80, 90 grand a year, 200 grand a year, 300 grand a year if I don't have access to your money? What? It doesn't matter. You're the same level as the homeless chick giving hand jobs for meth. Y'all the same level. So it's not a flex for you to be like, well, I got a degree and I make all this money. I don't give a shit because I can't be like, yo, give me some of that money. It's just that's why it triggers me whenever we do these podcasts.
Talk that shit.
Like whenever it triggers me because I'm like, okay, like there is no blowjob worth me paying all your bills. Like this, it doesn't exist. Like I'm like, okay, cool. Like, because if that's the case, I'll just go on to whatever hooker street in Philly and pay her $40 to get a blowjob. Like I would pay her $40 and I will still get the same thing I'm getting from you. like because you're not giving me anything.
Okay.
Like it just that's why the word.
So what is a fair exchange? Like what? Like how would how would you like a woman to answer that question? Like what do you bring to the table?
There is no answer. The trick question is there is no actual answer because whenever you say that, it's a zero sum game in my head because I'm like, okay, you're not gonna be able to give me anything that I can't get from some random chick out here. So like I'm not paying your bills if I get the same thing from you as I get from any other chick out here in the world. You have to be something special. Like if you make food like Gordon Ramsay, cool. I'm like, okay, all right, I might be willing to do that shit. Or if you fucking clean the house like Mary Poppins, listen, I might be willing to do that shit. Like I'm like, okay, cool. This bitch flying down in umbrellas and shit. Like I'm like, okay, cool. I might do that shit. But if you just a regular chick out here being like, yo, a random Thursday, like, yo, let's get some Chick-fil-A, I can replace you with any other chick. There is nothing special about you. And that's why the word provider triggers me so much. Because I'm like, yo, if you say provider, you got to say something incredible. You got to be like, yo, I did this incredible thing and you will benefit from it. If you say provider and I'm like, okay, what am I getting in return? What you bring to the table? And I don't like that question either, but I think what you bring to the table is reasonable if you say provider. So if you say, hey, what you bring, if I say, hey, I want a provider, I'm like, what you bring to the table? I cook and clean and I bring vibes, bitch. I've gotten that since the first time I had sex when I was 14 years old. Like I don't need, I can replace you with any other chick in the world. There's nothing special about you. So don't ask me for money if you're not bringing on the same time. Like that's why it triggers me so much because I'm like,
we see.
But in her head,
we see.
But in her head, she's bringing all this stuff, and guess what? I'm gonna leave it like that. But old girl was bugging. I feel like his response, his response is reasonable, but I also think that he's kind of like moving in a way where it's like he's probably moving like he makes more money than he really does because I feel like most people do in general. I don't know, man. Like the money talk in relationships it bothers me, but it is an important conversation to have. Don't ever ask me if I'm gonna be a provider for you though. Don't fucking do it because I'm gonna be like, okay, I will approach the conversation in good faith. I'll be like, okay, I will bring out a fucking notebook. I'll be like, okay, cool, provider, provider. Okay, what do you bring? If I hear vibes, if I hear cooking and cleaning, I'm closing my book and I'm replacing you with somebody else because you're easily replaced.
Okay.
Unless you say something like, yo, I'm a fucking I'm like a physicist or some shit. I'm about to create a new fossil fuel or something. I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool. I'll provide for you until you create that fossil fuel. If you just a regular chick out here burning the shit out of steaks, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it, bro. Like, I'm sorry to tell you. But
But did you say even in a relationship you don't like the finance talk?
no, I like the fun. Like it just has to be a reasonable conversation. If I hear, hey, I want the guy to be the provider, then I need to be hearing something that you give to me that's equal to me being provider.
What's equal to being a provider?
There's not like you have to say something that blows my socks off. You have to say something that's like unique
He's
and
waiting to
interesting.
figure that out still.
Right.
He'll know
I've
when
never,
he hears it.
I've never heard an answer from a woman on any show I've ever watched or anything like that to make me be like, God damn, okay, he should provide for her. I've never heard it.
Okay.
Now, I mean, maybe I'm just different, but like, I mean, my grandma had 13 kids. I feel like if she would have been like, yo, you got to be the provider for me, I'd have been like, all right, I mean, like you popping out all my fucking babies and shit. So I'm here for it. However, if that's not the case, I'm not trying to hear it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like these days, like
feel like
it's
even-
different these days, right? Like
I was
I
gonna
don't
say, I
know.
feel like even if
I
you
feel
have
like
13
maybe I have a
kids, I
guy's
feel like that's the
perspective,
decision
but I'm like,
together.
yeah, I'm like nobody. I would never in a million years think to tell somebody that I think they should provide for me. Like no, like I work, I have a job, you work, you have a job. Together we figure it out and we make it all work. Like I don't know. It's like
I mean, it's
like a
not a
team.
it's
A
not an
team.
immediate requirement for me, but I do want to know that if there's a period of time where I'm not working, that you can take care of everything.
But what would you offer in return? So if I'm like, okay, cool, I'll provide for you for a period of time. Would you also provide for me? Like if I lose my job, would you provide for me?
Absolutely. Me
Okay,
personally, yes.
that's a fair exchange. That's a fair exchange. I got no issue with that. That's a reasonable request, and that's a fair exchange. But if you know, but Angelica, you know what I'm talking about though. There's a lot of chicks out there that be
Yeah,
like,
I
"Yo,
know.
I want a provider," and they be like, "Okay, what you
Yeah.
do?" Okay, and then when the dude be like, "What do you bring to the table?" She be like, "Oh, I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I make $110,000 a year." Why the fuck do I care about what you make a year if you're not gonna help me pay for the fucking bills?
Well, yeah. What do you need a provider for then? Provide for yourself.
I was gonna
Like
say,
you
if
feel
she's already
like
making
like
6 figures, I mean,
you're making 6 figures, you're making 100, like, and I've been in a situation. You're making $125,000 a year, but you're not interested in paying these bills. You want me to pay these bills. So why? How is it a benefit to me? I might as well just go get a crackhead.
You and these crackheads.
because I got zero access to your money, just like she has no money. So nobody got access to her money. So why does it matter whether or not you make money? It doesn't matter. It just sounds good for you. It sounds good for you and your friends. We all sitting there chilling, drinking fucking, margaritas or whatever whatever the fuck y'all drink. It doesn't help me at all.
Yeah. Well, moral of the story: the young lady was tripping.
Facts. Listen, let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.